Something borrowed, something blue. Give us all your juicy news, sensational, irrational. It's Wedding Confessionals.
Welcome to another episode of Wedding Confessionals. I'm Brooke.
And I'm Pam.
And the only thing we love more than weddings
is talking about weddings.
We're back.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah, we're here.
Pam, the chillest hype man ever. We're back. Yeah, we're back.
It's like meow.
We're goofy. We're completely sober.
I know, right?
Just some ice water in here. So yeah, we are, as if you haven't listened to our little update, quick mini episode, hit pause and go back and you'll hear all the hot gossip about why we've been gone so damn long.
Mm-hmm.
But we're back on our regular schedule of new episodes every Tuesday.
We're good.
We're good. So as we mentioned before, we needed a couple weeks to sort of, get our sea legs. Is that right?
Yeah.
I almost said get the sea under our legs, but that's not how that phrase works. Anyway, guys, welcome to the show. The way this show usually works is that we have a guest.
Right.
We don't have a guest today.
Surprise.
Yeah.
No guest.
Ruth is in the room sleeping, so that counts. But
yeah.
We will have a guest next episode.
Mm-hmm.
But we get anonymous confessionals from our listeners, and we read them aloud. And sometimes, Pammy, sometimes after we read a confessional
mm-hmm.
and we give our advice,
mm-hmm.
sometimes the confessory.
Confessory?
The confessional writer?
Yes. Go with that.
Yeah, you like that better? The confessional writer sends us an update.
Which we love.
We love an update. So we have a new update. We thought that that'd be a good way to start the new year. March 1st.
Hey, yeah.
We're unconventional. The new year starts when we're ready.
That's right.
We needed a couple months to warm up. And now we're ready.
Yeah. Well, yeah. COVID had other ideas for us. So March it is.
Yes, March it is. It is. Welcome to March. Welcome to the new year. So yes, we are going to dive into a confessional. This confessional originally came from episode 107. And am I going to read the original and you're going to read the update? Is that what we decided?
I thought I was reading the original.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to?
No, because now I remember why I told you that you wanted to read it. And I don't want to talk about it right now, but we'll get to it later.
Oh, now that I'm looking at it.
Shh, don't look at the second page. Just look at the first page and don't think about it too much. So yes, listeners, now you're going to hear the original confessional from episode 107. Pammy, hit me.
Here we go. Hi, Ruth and Associates, Pam, Brooke, and guest. Love that y'all came back. I missed listening to y'all.
That was in reference to the first time we randomly went away.
Yes.
For no apparent reason.
Well,
it's okay.
Every now and then.
We apologize if we
break.
give people abandonment issues. That was never our plan.
No. Husband, he, him, and I, she, her, eloped at the courthouse in the fall of 2020. My side knows and are overjoyed, but his doesn't. As he describes it, his mom is controlling and narcissistic, and he can't deal with the fallout. Truthfully, mother-in-law seems to like me enough in the 8+ years I have been with her son. She never treated me terribly or said anything bad to my face. I had no idea how bad it was until my husband confessed how his mom was when it was just them, the immediate family. His siblings confirm this as well. Mother-in-law says she doesn't want us to get married yet because we live in different cities because of our careers. But my husband suspects it must also be mother-in-law's refusal to let him go. The level of controlling this woman has over her kids, late 20, 30+ year olds, all unmarried, include her demanding to be co-owner on their checking accounts, getting really mad when her kids expressed no plans to move back near her, demanding her kids to answer all of her phone calls regardless, etc. Because of the possible fallout, my husband still doesn't want to reveal our relationship status, even to other family members, because of the possibility of an accidental reveal. We will be having a public ceremony and reception in 2022, and our families will meet again for the first time in years. My side knows how to keep it quiet, And the language and geographic barrier usually helps a lot too. Question: do we still try to reveal our status, or do we hide it from all forever? Does it really matter? His siblings would like to be able to keep our secret, but I don't know if this would sour our relationship with them since we've been keeping it a secret for so long. Are we the assholes keeping his side of the family out of the loop, even though it's only his mom and his dad just says yes to whatever his wife wants that could react badly? Sincerely, secretly married for a year.
Wow. I forgot about this one, but it came flooding back immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole co-owner of a checking account.
I mean,
Woof. That is overreaching.
Yeah.
Little bit.
Time to let go, mama.
Right. And I think our advice was like, yeah, I wouldn't tell people.
Yeah. If you tell one, it's going to get out. That's just how it works.
Loose lips sink ships.
So true.
But we also said, like, maybe after the fact, like long term, like if people know, I don't think it would be that big of a deal. I don't think people would get that upset. But yeah, I was with you. I was like, we should not. You don't tell anybody.
No.
You've gotten this far.
Yeah.
Just get through.
Keep the secret.
Okay. So we got an update.
We did.
Okay.
Let's share it.
Okay. We got an update. The first paragraph is in all caps. So I'm very excited.
How are you going to read this in all caps?
I'm going to try. Okay, here we go. OMG, stop. I heard y'all's episode reading my other email and I almost screamed at work from excitement. I love y'all so much. Thank you for picking my email. Okay, now we get into regular. Regarding that, yes, I think we're going to hold off telling his side about the elopement until 1 or 10 or 30 years from now. I think given the language barrier and accent, I think it's unlikely my family and friends will say something whilst drunk. But we will definitely map out a strategy the week our families are in the same vicinity. Semi-related, but our own parents, who are the exact opposite of my mother-in-law, my husband's words, LOL, also got secretly eloped 5 years prior to their public wedding. Unlike us, the only other people that know today, 36 years later, are the two witnesses, myself, plus my husband, my closest girlfriends, and literally anyone way, way outside of my parents' circle that would listen to this. Clearly, I didn't inherit any of their self-control to not gush about being married. Also, she shared with us.
And all of our listeners.
Yeah. Anyway, stay safe and healthy. Much love. Secretly married for a year.
Oh my God, it's in her genes.
I love it. Some people are just meant to be eloping.
I love that.
And I think it's funny is that like bad at keeping this secret, but good at keeping her own secret.
Right?
Which is interesting. I mean, I guess you know when to button it up, but when it's your own excited thing, I get it. You're excited. So I would say like maybe the next day, this next update came in. So usually the way it works is if you want to follow up with your, updated by your confessional, you send in one email.
We usually do get one email.
You just get one.
But this was actually a surprise. We got two updates.
We got two updates. For like a couple of days later, we got another one.
Yeah.
And because I let you go first and I went the second one, I think it's only fair that you read
the next
update
one.
number 2. Pam, this is just the way the show works. We go back and forth. Are you reading more than me? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Have I conned my way out of reading a lot? Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, go.
Here we go. Update number 2. Okay. So you may or may not read this because you already read my previous one, but here's another update just in case. We love you, by the way.
Yeah, you're so fun.
About a few weeks ago, we both did tell my secret husband / public fiance's parents over FaceTime that we were getting married in a couple of months. They expressed joy and said, "It's about time. You're both ready and we're so happy for you." I guess my mother-in-law is not as bad as I thought. Nope. 3 weeks later, she calls my husband crying and saying they don't think we're ready and they don't think we know each other well because we're a long distance couple. Then they accuse me of being secretly pregnant. Nope, IUD. Thanks for sharing.
Love it. Nothing's a secret.
Nothing's a secret.
Bye by me.
And also accused him of not being man enough to make his woman move to where he lives, and me not being committed enough. WTF? Sorry. We both see each other as equals and support each other's careers. Obviously, we wouldn't be in a long-distance relationship forever, but we needed to spend a few years apart for specialist training. My mother-in-law is also saying they won't travel because of COVID, even if literally all eligible guests are 2 to 3 times vaccinated, and everyone, including kids, will be tested beforehand. The wedding will be in my hometown because my parents will be paying for the majority of it, and we knew there would be less drama when it comes to planning.
Solid choice.
We've compromised by planning to postpone it a few months later, mostly to show that we've taken their COVID concerns into consideration. But honestly, I've given up trying to justify our life choices to my husband's parents, mostly his mom. We're extending an olive branch by postponing it, and it will be up to them if they want to continue to be a part of our lives. Sorry for the long update. Y'all are just a wonderful outlet. We can only talk to my own parents and 2 closest friends about this. It's nice to know that y'all agree that this lady is exhausting and that my man is a modern day miracle for coming out of that situation, a sensible, empathetic, and amazing person. Much love, tired, and in need of all the bridal breaks.
Girl, I also imagine when you say 2 close friends, you mean us, right? At this point,
of course.
Yeah, we're in with this chick.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I do love that you couldn't hold on and you had to tell early.
I get it.
I do get it. And you know what? I mean, it sounds like you're not surprised by the negative response that came delayed. It is what it is. It sounded like you're just kind of rolling with it.
Yeah, you know what? I think that you are coming from a very mature place, and it sounds like you and your man are a solid couple. And I love all the choices that you're making are solid. So I'm with you, and let the mother-in-law and father-in-law do what they want to do, but you guys stick to your guns and keep your plans.
Yeah, I think that it seems like the mother-in-law likes to sort of pick fights where she can and kind of cause trouble. And that only works if the other person responds. And it sounds like you guys are just not taking the bait. And I think that's super smart.
Yeah.
And it's a bummer that she's trying to, I agree with you. It seems like she's using the excuse of COVID to try to control a situation, which is really fucked up and unnecessary. COVID's bad enough. We don't need to be doing that.
Right.
But yeah, I think that was nice of you to give the option of maybe pushing it a little bit. I love that you're making sure everyone's vaccinated and being as safe as possible. And I'm excited for you guys. And I know you've already given us a lot of updates, but I hope we get just like one more of the actual wedding day.
We need an update. Another update.
We're being greedy and we apologize, but it says it's in 2022 when it's already March. So maybe it's happened or it's around the corner.
Or it's coming.
So don't forget about us. Let us know what happened because we're now greedy for updates.
Yes, we need it.
Yes. And yes, your fiance / new husband is the freaking best.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him and good for you. Snatching that one. All right, Pammy. We're just dipping our toe into podcasting, getting our little, what do I say, sea legs? I was going to say toes wet. I've got every metaphor. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. You'll hit it one of these times.
I'm also getting used to just using words in general. Well, listen, like during the Omicron,
Ruthie doesn't talk back.
I didn't see a lot of people the last couple of months, man. I know you were busy, obviously, fighting off COVID in your house, but I was trying to be one of those responsible people that stayed home a lot. And man, I didn't talk to a lot of people. So I'm really excited to just look at your face and touch your arm.
Hi, Brooke.
I know. In a couple of days, we're going to have a guest in the house again and be like, wow, other people. So exciting. But as the person that wrote in said, she's in need of some bridal breaks. And I think it's only
We
fair
can do
that.
that.
Yeah, we can give you a bridal break. Absolutely. For our newer listeners, bridal breaks are not only suggestions we give to brides, but to grooms or anyone helping to plan a wedding. These are suggestions that have nothing to do with wedding planning, just fun things to do to enjoy your life and take a break from all of the stressful in-law stuff and the scheduling and the budgets, and just have a good time enjoying this thing called life. Pammy enjoys this thing called booze. And she told me earlier when we were trying to pick out our bridal breaks for the day, she said, sometimes I'm just picking these because I like the names.
It's true.
I mean, how many how many bottles of wine have you purchased just because the label's cute?
All of them for the most part.
Yes. I bought one called Bar Dog wine just because it had a little doggy on it. And I'm like, I like doggies. Get in the basket. Like, I didn't even look at the back.
Was it good?
Yeah. It was like $8. I'll put it in there. Bonus bridal break. It was pretty good. But yeah, it was cute.
The bear wine.
Oh my gosh. Have we discussed this before? Have we discussed this? Do we know the brand? Hold on. We got to pull up the brand. Hold on. If you are a True Blue Trader Joe's shopper, maybe it's just in Southern California, but it might be across the country.
That's true.
But there's a specific, is it a Pinot Grigio? We're looking it up right now. Okay, we both independently pulled it up at the exact same time on our phones. The name of the wine is Contadino, Contadino, right? Mm-hmm. It's a Pinot Grigio. And I think it's got to be like $7. It's definitely one of the...
Maybe $5.
But it's like above like the $2 chuck, or now what is it, $3 chuck or whatever.
Yeah,
but, it's higher end than that. So anyway, Pam and I early on in our friendship fell in love with this wine and would get together and split a bottle. And did I send Tristan to the store?
I think so.
I sent my then probably boyfriend or fiance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was early on. Yeah, he was still a boyfriend. I sent him to Trader Joe's and I said, I want you to get this white wine. There's like a big bear on the label. Pam and I love it because you were coming over, whatever. It was like, make sure you get, and we called it the bear wine. And you and I had continuously for weeks/months referred to it as the bear wine. We're going to get together. I'm getting a bottle of the bear wine. High five.
Yes.
So we send Tristan on his way, or I do. And he calls me. And this is before FaceTime or anything. So he can only verbally tell me what he's looking at in the store. He's like, what kind of wine is it? I'm like, it's a white wine. I think it's a Pinot Grigio. And he's like, okay. And the wine section in Trader Joe's, it's not that big. It's not like going to a Bevmo.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's only so many wines to look at. So I was like, it's a white wine bottle and it's got like a bear. It's kind of standing like 2 feet up and 2 feet.
Like the arm
the
out.
arms are stretched out. Like we were both very specific about how we thought about this wine. And he's looking around and he's like, the only wine I think that kind of looks like what you're talking about is a man pointing and he has a dog with him. And I'm like, no. He's like, listen,
No.
I don't think, maybe they don't have this bear wine in stock. I'm just going to get this random bottle and a couple others and I'll come home and we'll just deal with what we have. And I was like, all right. And he gets home and he shows me this bottle and I'm like, that's it. And he's like, it's not a bear. Both Pam and I have we will make sure to put a link and we'll put it on Instagram, this bottle, and it is a man pointing and a dog below him. He's like a shepherd, right?
It does not look like a bear.
I mean, if you blur your eyes a little bit, it sort of looks like a bear. If you kind of pull back,
it's forever the bear wine.
It's the bear wine, guys. So I need you to know, if you're in the store at Trader Joe's and you see the Contadino Pinot Grigio, they also sometimes seasonally have like a bubbly version, I think, in the spring that's very good. Think about us and how dumb we are that we think that is a bear collectively.
Yeah.
For months. And for the rest of my life, we'll refer to that as the bear wine.
Yep. Forever.
Anyway, so what?
So that's one bridal break. It's actually
guys,
pretty good.
We wanted to bring you some cool content after being away for months. So we're just going to talk about dumb bear wine. Do you actually have your real bridal break though?
I do. So I've been, for no reason at all, but I've been really giggly. And so this one that I found today is called Giggle Juice. and it's called Kitchen. I found it on Kitchen Fun with my 3 sons. And Giggle Juice is made with Moscato, pink lemonade, Sprite, citron vodka, sliced strawberries, and a lemon. It sounds really spring, really
refreshing.
Really refreshing spring. Maybe good for a bridal shower or just any old day. But Giggle Juice, because I'm super giggly today.
I think it'd be good, especially for people who live in more cold weather places. I know spring is one of those times you're always just desperate for one day that's above like 60 degrees. And you're like, oh my God, short sleeves, like get some sun. That's when I would pull out that drink. Yeah. That looks great. I'm in. Giggle Juice.
Giggle Juice.
Speaking of giggling, my bridal break is going to be a comedy. It's a newer comedy. It's on ABC, but it's also available on Hulu. It's called Abbott Elementary. It is about a elementary school set in Philadelphia. What's really interesting about it is that the lead is also the showrunner and show creator. And it's like an African-American woman that like is running this show, which is like, know, I know on ABC, like baller. It is one of those shows that, there's some comedies kind of like The Office where they can turn hilarious and then sweet and then back to hilarious on a dime. And as you can imagine, like half of the cast is like sweet elementary school kids. And it's just, these teachers trying their best to do what they can at a school that doesn't have the biggest budget. So you're like watching them creatively try to get through it. And there are times where just like they just do something for a kid and it's so cute. But then this other bizarro thing will happen that is just, like silly comedy stuff to begin with. But I think at this point, there's maybe like 5 or 6 episodes out and it's just fantastic. Also, I don't know if anyone remembers back in the day the show called Everybody Hates Chris, which was Chris Rock's comedy about his childhood. Yeah. The kid that played Chris is now a grown up and he's one of the teachers, which throws me. He has like a deep voice and he's very tall.
What?
I know. He's like, I'm not ready.
No.
I'm not ready. You're a baby.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. But he plays like a younger teacher. So it's a lot of like old school teachers versus like new teachers and them kind of working together. But I highly recommend it. It was one of those things where I had heard about it and the promos honestly were not good. So I was like, oh, it looks kind of corny. And then I kept seeing on Twitter and everybody being like, Abbott Elementary is great. Okay. So I finally was like doing laundry one day. I was like, you know what? Give it a whirl on Hulu. And was immediately after the pilot was like strong pilot. Every episode since has been even better. Nice. Highly recommend it. It's really cute. And also like a show that you could have like watch with your grandma, watch with your kids. Like it's a good like, family everybody show. Could watch the show if you are in that sort of situation. Again, when you're planning weddings and you have people over or whatever, that's one of the ones that doesn't get like weird with other people. It's not Euphoria,
Right?
It's too intense. I can't handle it. So yeah, Abbott Elementary on ABC and Hulu.
Check it out.
And now it's the time to quiz my buddy Pam about our little podcast. It's a way for the listeners to learn all the different ways that they can find us on the internet and interact with us. And more importantly, it's fun just to test you and your memory skills. Now, we did a mini episode. We sort of got the wheels turning.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that was just a couple of days ago. So I feel like the juices, they're back and running.
You're trying.
I'm getting every metaphor out there today. You guys can't see it. I'm doing the juice. I'm like moving my hands like a locomotive.
She is pumped over here.
All right.
Get your clicky pen. There it is.
All right. Pammy. Okay. Pammy, we have a website. What is that web address?
WeddingConfessionals.com.
Got it quickly. Boom. See, we're already better than last week. Look at her. There are 5 places.
I felt the pressure.
There are 5 places you can find us via social media. Where are we on social media?
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Pinterest.
That's it. That's all 5. You can find all the links to those on our website. And then also on our website, you can find links to all of our show notes. So when we talk about this bear wine, when we talk about bridal breaks, you can find the show notes and see all the details and the links and the pictures. Yes. We would love for you to send us your confessionals.
We do. Send them in.
Yes. They're anonymous.
We read them.
Obviously.
Yep.
We're here.
We're here for you. Jinx.
So yes, there are 3 different ways you can send us your anonymous confessionals to get out all of your stress or to ask some questions. The first one is, Pammy, there's an email address that you can send us an email. What is the email address, Pammy?
weddingconfessionals@gmail.com.
We have a phone number where you can leave us a voicemail.
We do.
What is the phone number, Pam?
434.
Yes. 434-933-2663. 434-933-2663.
Oh my God.
Also on our website, there's a tab you can hit and it says what, Pammy?
Tell us your secret.
Yes, from there's a quick form you fill out. You just put in whatever name you want, and then within the other box, you just type in the confessional and hit send. No email address, no phone number needed.
Nah.
The most anonymous way possible. So that is also an option. Also, we would love for you to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcast.
We would.
It helps us move up our little algorithm so that more brides and grooms can find us and we can grow the show. So yes, 5 stars on Apple Podcasts would be greatly appreciated. Pamela, besides Apple Podcast, how many places are a week? How many can you just name? Just give me as many as you can until you run out.
Oh my! How many do we have?
Oh,
like
dude, it's 20? In the teens. It's almost 20 probably. I never counted it.
Oh, all right. You should count.
Okay.
Let's see.
I can't count and check off. Okay, I will count afterwards.
Okay. Apple, Podbean, Spotify, YouTube, Google, Downcast, Overcast, Deezer, just because I like to say the name Deezer. All right.
We're in 24.
24?
Yeah. So you got 24 to memorize. You probably got about 10 just then.
I feel like I did pretty good
Yeah,
right there.
I was half listening while counting.
It's good.
I'm
It's
not
part of my plan.
sneaky. It's only fair. You had to read a lot more than me
True.
today.
Yes.
Also, you can via Alexa or Siri just say play Wedding Confessionals podcast and it will play.
It will.
So that's it, Pammy. Next week, a guest.
Yeah.
Back at it.
Let's do it.
March is our month.
She's pumping her arm again.
Locomotive arms. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye, Pammy.
Bye. Special thanks to Andy Schreier for our adorable theme song,
And David Kantrowitz for our fantastic logo.
and Ramsey Millette and Brian Maylard for their technical support.
If you want to learn more about our show, where you got to go, Pam?
Check out our website, weddingconfessionals.com.
That's it, girl. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.